This is our draw. Today we're going to draw Cuddlepool from Fortnite, a character based on Deadpool with the teddy bear head. So let's get in there at the top. I'm going to do Cuddlepool sort of face on. Hands are going to be up in the air, sort of a little bit of a cutesy pose, but pretty much straight on. So I'm going to work out sort of the middle there. Just pop a little dot there in the center. Okay, from that I'm going to draw curve for the top of the head, so the ear's going to be about here. Let's just pop another little dot there, and it's just going to kind of, I guess, just sort of curve sort of around and over like that, sort of like a nice little curve for the top of the head. Next up, what I can just do is work out the rest of the head, so the ears are going to be obviously either side of that, and I probably just need to draw like a little curve here on this side, and then a little curve sort of this side. Let's just put a little curve there in. Right, now I've got those three little points for the central part of the head. I'm just going to pop the ears in. So first of all, let's do this ear on the left hand side. This ear on Cuddlepool is a curved one. So I'm just going to kind of just come out either side of that gap like that. And then we're just going to just draw a nice curve around it like that, okay? Just round that off. This side, the ear is kind of squared. So what I'm going to do, kind of comes out this way. So I'm going to just pop either side, like a more squared out line either side of that. Little curve, bring it down and around like that, okay? So just a little bit more of a squared ear. Okay, cool. Now I've got those bits in, that's at the top of the head. Let's have a look at the hands, I think. Let's kind of work out where those are. So we've got an arm coming around here to a hand here. And that hand is kind of just going over the other hand a little bit. This is all going to be kind of coloured in black because the gloves are pretty much predominantly a black colour. So what that means is we're just going to have like an idea that it's going to be this colour. So what I'll do, from that point there, all we need to do, like this little gap area there, we just need to bring our pen around in a little curve, come down ever so slightly. This side kind of comes, just sort of tapers out a bit. So I'm just going to come out a little bit there, and just bring the pen out a little bit more here. And then what we've got, slightly tricky, but in the middle there, that's going to pop a little line, and that's where the hands kind of converge. So I guess to show that, let's just pop a line all the way up, and it's like this hand kind of clips over that. We'll colour that bit in black anyway, right? There's a little band on Cuddlepool's arm, so at the top, so I'm just gonna just draw a little rounded rectangle like that, and then I'm gonna come down. The arm sort of continues down this way, so it kind of sort of matches up with the outer part of the head here. So if I just work my way down to there, I guess the arm is like this part here. So I'm going to do a line down here and a line down here. So just draw a line down there, curve it around where my finger is, and then just draw it back up to that point there. Okay, now I've got that bit in. Let's work out this arm here. So this one comes a little bit more a right angle, but we're going to lean it out ever so slightly. So first of all, just sort of curves down this way. Same here, sort of curves down there. And again, we've got this little band on the arm. So again, just draw a more straight on rounded rectangle around that. Now I've got that bit in. The arm kind of comes down probably a bit further than that arm there, probably down to about, say, it's about here, yeah. Just pop a little dot there, okay. Just going to draw a little curve around here, and we're just going to go right up to the central point there. On this side, just going to draw a line down, sort of from there, kind of tapers out like that, okay. Right, next up, let's work these shoulders out, okay. So this side, there's just like a little bit of a collar around Cuddlepool's neck. So I'm just gonna pop a little sort of curve, like a little backward C there, okay? Now here, it really is just the shoulder area. So that's just going to come from that bottom part of the collar and just down in a nice little curve. So I'm just going to kind of come out and then in like that, okay? Just like that. This side you see a bit more of the arm actually. So up here we've got kind of the shoulder area, so I'm just going to draw a curve out this way. So bring the pen out, kind of comes up around here, bring the pen out there, down like that where the shoulder would be, come down a little way, and then there's a little kind of bandana kind of tie on the arm here. So what I'm going to do is just going to kind of do 2 little curves for that band, pop a little line in there so it kind of pops out from the arm area. Just continue this arm first of all here, so just sort of draw in the rest of the arm there. And then we're just going to have a couple of little lines kind of showing a little bit of like the bandana area tied to that. Okay, cool. Now I've got the shoulders in. Let's work out the rest of the body. So the body is kind of leaning this way, sort of down there. And then the legs are kind of this way. So kind of got the body area coming down through here. What that looks like is from the lower part of the arm here, sort of around there, I'm just going to sort of curve it down that way. And this point here, similar sort of thing, probably to about there. The waist will probably go to about here. Let's just curve that up to the arm there. So just put a cool little curve in. Sort of the body area is going down this way. Now, Cuddlepool's got a big old belt like Deadpool. So I'm going to put a big circle in the middle there. So it's got like the Deadpool logo in the middle of it. So I'm going to draw it a bit bigger than it should be so that we can get a bit more detail in it. So really, where we join these bits here, it's going to be this central area here. So let's just put a nice chunky circle in like that. Cool. Now either side of that, there's the belt straps and some packs on the belt. So like little pockets. So what I'm going to do is just draw those in first because they kind of pop out from the hip area. So first of all, coming out from that point there, just going to draw a slim little rectangle like that, okay? Then from that, I'm going to draw another kind of little rectangle there. This is where the pocket of the pack comes out. And then we're just going to draw a lower one there, okay? This side, you kind of see the whole pack in one shot, I suppose. So I'm going to draw a line that kind of goes through the line we've drawn there, like the body line. And then we're just going to taper that out, join that up. That's basically the pack. Just put a little curved line in the middle there and a little circle underneath, kind of show like the little popper on it. So now that's in, what I'm going to do is just link it up with a little belt loop around here. So just pop in 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. Okay. Nice. Okay, now I've got that in. Let's work out where the legs are. Now, Cuddlepool's got a lot of like bits and pieces at the top of area of the legs. There's some straps and there's some like areas to put things in. So what that means is, first of all, is we've got a few little packs to place on. So I'd say let's draw a little line, first of all, sort of continuation of the body, kind of comes down, sort of curves like there. And then we just need to do a little line that comes out. It's like a little pack on the leg here. Just draw a little sort of tapered oblong there. On this side, there's a bit of a larger one. So I would actually say from this pack here, kind of comes out a little bit and down. Then there's like a longer little loop, kind of comes down the leg. And then there's another little pack on the top. So that's just going to be a little rounded rectangle. So just draw a little kind of rounded pack on there. Maybe you just want to draw a little bit of line of detail there. Maybe across here where the pack kind of joins together. Again, there's a few little circular bits where there's sort of like little poppers or rivets. So let's pop a little circle there. And then 1, 2, 3 there. You don't have to do these, you can pop them in if you like, it's your picture, so you can do as much or as less detail as you want to do, okay? Sure, it's going to look great. Now the rest of the legs, I can now draw a line down, just a little line, this outer part of the leg. Actually, there's a pack here, just notice, so let's just do another little rectangle here. Kind of just a rectangle there, a little curve and a circle, and then from that, see, there is a lot of packs and things on the leg. I'm just going to draw a line down now, so the leg kind of comes down this way. So from sort of the center of that little pack I've just made, I'm just going to draw a little line down like that. Let's go across to about, say, this point here. Then I'm just going to draw a line up to the center of the leg. Okay, so that center is probably going to be about there. And let's just draw taper down to the inner part of the leg there. Okay. There's a couple of sort of straps in the middle there, so just going to do a couple of rounded straps, 1, and probably don't want to go that high, 2, like that. Okay. Nice. All right. Let's look at this side. So this leg sort of comes out more this way, sort of down this way. So probably got my knee area here is going to be there. The knee area is slightly higher on this side, probably about here. So from that central point again, let's just work our way down and then bring it out a bit because it's a bit like clothing. Here, just going to flip out a little bit, a little outer curve, and then we're just going to join up to that leg there. Like that, okay? This point's got a little strap on it too, so let's just pop in a rounded line and another rounded line there, okay? Nice, okay. Right, let's do the knee pads. So this knee pad on this side is a little bit smaller than this one. So it's like this one's like more of an outer pack, like knee pad. This one is just a little bit maybe of armor on the costume. So all I want to do is a line there, bring that down, I'm going to round it here where the knee is, so just a rounded little point, and then down to the bottom there, so just like round it off there, then pop a line in around there. This bit of clothing here can come down behind the knee like this, and then what we can do is we can pop the boot area in, the lower area of the leg, sorry, and boot in a second. Let's look at this pad. So like I say, this one comes out a bit more. So first of all, just going to draw a curve at the top there, sort of over onto the right hand side a little bit. And then we're just going to bring down, sort of square it off, come along here, and then we're going to come out like that and then just return where we are. Draw this kind of thing again, so just come out and back like a little arrow and just join it off where it's like a little knee pad. Seems to be a bit of strapping around that, so just going to pop a couple of little lines in, just colour them in, and then join them up like that. Okay, now we've got those in, let's go back to this upper leg area here. Sorry, the shin area I mean. And there's a bit of clothing on this one, so what I want to do is like flip it out a little bit, make it fun, sort of comic-like. So we're going to come out like this, flip it out and in, and then come round here and then just join it up to the middle point there. Alright, so legs sort of coming out this way. On this side, it's a bit more like strapping on it, I suppose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the upper sort of area kind of comes in and out where there's sort of banding around it. So I'm just going to go in and out like that, little M, I guess, like, or a little seagull kind of look. Then here there's almost like a little shield pad again, so let's just do a little curve underneath that knee pad, and then we're just going to make a little curve like that underneath. Okay, now on this side, this goes straight to a tied up sort of long boot, so I'm going to show that by just drawing a line like this down here and taper in, so about there. Bring your pen up, okay, so it kind of tightens up where the boot is. The ankle's here, so just going to draw sort of an ankle, little curve that comes out, And then the boot is sort of coming down this way. It's almost like Cuddlepool is sort of like on a little bit of a tippy toe. So what that looks like is a line like that, and just bring the top of the front of the boot around. So just bring it around like that, in and join up. Now these are real chunky boots, and there's like quite a big chunky sole on it. So I'm just gonna pop, it's almost like little teeth, little black teeth. I'm gonna just pop those around there, just give it a nice bit of chunky texture around the back too. Now we're gonna pop a few little circles in where like the boot is linked together, a bit like the circles we've drawn up here. And then we'll just give an idea now of maybe some lacing, so just put some crosses in like that, and then there's kind of like the loops of the laces can kind of come out like this. Maybe there's a little sort of singular bit either side. This side loops out again, so just going to bring my pen round there, join up here, and we've got another little line underneath. Just join that up. We can colour that in black actually. And then underneath that is yet another like a little band almost. And then we've got a bit of a, I think it's like a bit of a shield area, so I'm just going to sort of taper down and curve out like a little sort of tapered little shield, sort of shin guard, I guess. And then from that I'm going to draw the boot. The boot's going to come out this way, so just bring your pen round, there's a chunky boot at the top, down, bring your pen back round to the heel, and then just kind of bring it in to that point there. Again, we can see some of these sort of chunky bits of the, like these black teeth for the sole of the boot, so I'm just going to pop in a few little sort of chunky little bits like that, almost like studs on the boot, right? And here I'm just going to pop a few little circles, and again just put some little lacing ideas in there. Okay, right, that's looking good. Let's go back up to the top, and I think let's just start adding a little bit more detail to the top. We've added a little bit to the bottom, I think there's more to come, but it'd probably be quite nice to start adding a bit of detail. So, going to the face, let's go to the centre there and put Cuddlepool's nose in. Now aim for the centre. The nose is actually like a little heart, so I'm going to start sort of there. I'm going to draw, curve out and down first of all, so a little curve out, down like that, and then just do the opposite. It's almost like a question mark on the other side, out and down like that. Now I've got that element, I'm going to just bring that further down there. There's like the nose point to the mouth, and the round here is like an oblong, I guess, but it pinches up here and here for like the snout. So if I start sort of underneath here where we made this line and bring it down, come around like this, bring it out and around and up. Yeah, there we go. Kind of all joins together. Then Cuddlepool sort of tongues out, so I'm just going to do like an oblong in between this middle area here, so sort of from here to here, just draw a little tongue like that. And then we're just going to draw like the white part of the mouth underneath that. So we're just basically going to kind of pipe around it like so. Okay. Now Cuddlepool has got big round eyes that are just white. So either side of this, maybe about here, let's draw in a nice white circle. This side, similar sort of thing. Nice white circle there. Deadpool's mask is like black around the eyes, so I'm going to pop dot there, a dot here and here, and a dot there. Okay, dot here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots around that eye, yeah. And then I'm just going to just join those up, sort of like a little curved line either side. Slightly tricky through here, but that's okay. We're just going to link that up, still works. Go up to here and then chip it off there. This side, similar sort of thing. So 1, 2, and then 1 there, 3, 4, 5, and join those up. Nice, okay. Right, there's a couple of plasters on the head of Cuddlepool here, so a little bit tight for space actually now, so I'm just going to kind of show one plaster there, maybe one's coming off the top there. That's fine. There's a couple of lines as well around the mask, so there's a line at the top of this angle here, just show a little line there, and then from the bottom there just going to show a little line there, and here just bring the pen down, just add a bit of detail there, okay? Got this gap here, so all I need to do here is just join that up like that, okay? With the ear areas, I'm going to do a curve here where the ear is on the top, so just a little curve, just leave a bit of white either side, like that. And then we're just going to join up, like almost like pipe it in the middle there, okay? On this square area, same thing. So we're just going to do a little curve, leave either side where there's a bit of white, and then we're just going to sort of join up, like pipe around it, just a hint of that there, okay? Now this area is going to be black. Under here there is a strap going along here, so let's just draw a diagonal line down, it kind of curves a bit down to that sort of pack, and then we're just going to draw another line like that down there. This side you can just see a little bit of Cuddlepool's black costume, so I'm just going to enhance that line a bit more black. This side you can see more of it, so I'm just going to draw a line, kind of comes up the body to here, and then comes into the arm area. Maybe this one just needs to be a little bit more angled. This line continues through here, so let's go through there, and it kind of comes around here, past the pack and down. Let's just pop a little sort of zip line in around here, so just like a hint of a zip there. And then maybe on the arms, let's draw like a couple of little lines. And maybe just here we've got just a little line of detail where there's some piping on the jacket. On the leg area, I feel like we've got some piping that kind of comes down the leg, so I'm just going to draw a little line there. And there probably should be one on this side too. Kind of comes around the knee as well. So let's just draw a bit of piping around there, kind of joins up to here. And same thing here, just draw a little curved line there, all right? Now we've got this Deadpool mask here, so what I'm going to do first of all is just draw like a little D. So from that point there, I'm going to bring a line down and draw a little D, little capital D. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, just the opposite, right? So make sure I've got a line in the middle, and then bring my pen round like that, okay? Okay. Now I've got that in. I think that's all the main parts of the detail actually for it. So start colouring in with some of the black colour here. Got to remember Deadpool's eyes are in the middle of these Ds, so just going to do a little angled area there, sort of stop in the middle. Then I'm kind of going to just try and do a little curve for his eyes. Other side of that. Nice. Okay. Right, let me go grab the black pen now, and I'm going to start colouring a bit more in. So let's go to the top, colour the mask in first of all. And this will really now, all these little bits we're doing really help pop the like the white eyes and really contrast nicely when we put the red in. So it's quite a nice bit, this. I'm going to be quite harsh and do a very kind of comic-y sort of black and red look. Colour this sort of shoulder area and collar area in. And then I'm going to colour this area here in nice black colour. Now the hands and the bands, these bands I think I might do grey. The hand area, just gonna kind of just come around there. Really colour in a lot of it, and then I think I might just use a grey just to help that just contrast around the hand area there. I think that might help. This point actually on the bands, maybe that's just a little chip of black. Then we come down to here. Let's colour in this part. And I think I will colour in this part black. It's quite nice having high contrast where I can. This pack in here behind, that can be black. Just try and leave those areas for those little rivets. It just helps to make it pop again. And then maybe here there's most of that, just a little sliver of sort of white or grey we can make it. And then these bands, let's just completely colour them in. One there, and one here. Okay, now down here I'm going to colour in this top part here, maybe this sliver there, maybe that can be a grey. This part we're just going to accentuate how big the band is so it looks more like a knee pad. Yeah, that works. This sort of shield, I'm just going to colour that completely black. And then this band here, I'm just going to leave a little sliver there, but that can be black. Then I might just leave a little bit, so if I change my pen, I'm just going to leave a little chip either side that's going to be that sort of grey colour. And then just make sure I kind of draw around it. So the majority of this is black, maybe that comes in like this. Front of this can be black. Going up to the heel area there. Nice, okay. Now I've got those elements in. What I want to do is kind of just beef up the edges and just make sure I'm happy with my picture. So what I'm going to do is maybe just round that head a little bit, come around this point here. This part I can see it's quite fluffy, so maybe I'm just going to just draw out a couple of little sort of fluffy bits. Same on this side as well, like there's just a few little fluffy areas on the ears. Adds a little bit of texture to our picture. Fingers I think are okay. Come around here, just sort of beef up the outlines a bit. And this is a nice part to kind of fix your proportions if you're not quite happy with some of the parts. So say here, I quite like this to kind of roll into the arm a little bit more. There we go, just a little change there, but makes a big difference to my picture. Then just by beefing up sort of these bits, it starts to become, like, feel more the same picture. Just beef the edges all around here, and what these also do is these things also help these finer lines that we've got inside our pic. Maybe just beef up the boots a little bit. Go in here. And maybe there's just a little bit of piping just on the edges of here. Just gives it an idea that the costume's got a bit more detail on it than we thought previously. Maybe that actually does come down this way a bit more. We can just show that with our piping here. There we go. Okay, next up, let's look at colouring in our picture, right? So what I want to do, maybe just a little hint around here, piping as well. Okay, so let's get in there first of all, and I'm just going to get a grey, and I'm just going to just pop in, just on like these bands and these hands, just fill them in a little bit. So there's a little bit of sort of texture around there. Maybe this loop around that arm is like that. Just going to add a touch to the edge of the white there. And then I think the rest of these areas, I think I'll leave those sort of mainly brown. I think this part is pretty black, so I'll just fill that in. Just gives it a nice contrast. Down there, this point here. And then I think on the boots, I'm gonna just fill that in. This grey just helps give a little bit of variance. Quite keen to make it pretty much sort of black and red, but just these little bits I think make a lot of sense. Just going to get myself a kind of light brown now, and there's a few areas here like the packs which I just want to kind of just fill in with this colour. So I'm just going to fill in these areas. This one just helps add a little bit of contrast to my picture. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Next up, just going to get myself pink. There are a few pink elements on here. First of all, just put a few dots in around here and around here, where you've got the inside of the ears and that heart nose as well. Okay, just colour that in. The tongue is a bit of a reddy pink, so just maybe just fill that in there. And then I think I'm pretty much ready to get my nice red colour and just start filling in that sort of really nice red colour that is Deadpool's costume. So right now, it's really starting to look much more like Deadpool. And this is a really cool skin, it's Cuddlepool, really like it. Any excuse to draw a type of Deadpool skin is good fun for me. So really like colouring in these red colours all around here. A bit red actually here and here. And then we've got red. And these pro markers are really good actually at just filling the space. I really like using them. Generally they're really neat and they do a nice even and consistent colour. So I'd recommend getting something like that just to colour your picture. Sometimes I quite like the idea of just leaving my picture black and white, but it's just really fun just adding sorts, especially when they're nice contrasting colours. Something like this red is really fun to draw my picture and fill in the colours with. It's always quite nice just to do that. Okay, right, last little bit is the Deadpool little badge in the middle, so it's quite nice just filling that in now. Around there. Okay, so there we go. That is Cuddlepool on ArtDraw. Hope you like the drawing. Please do let me know anyone else, any characters or skins I can draw. It's always nice to have a few options and some comments about what I can draw next, and I'll put them on the list. All right, thanks for watching. See you again.